Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be driving with the True Vacuum Source. I took the intake cover off the cold air intake so you guys can hear the flutter a bit better. So hopefully that can get picked up. I also have the GoPro styrofoam cover for wind reduction noise, so I have the windows cracked a bit. But hopefully you guys can hear the flutter. I'll do some with the windows all the way up. So you can definitely hear the surge or the flutter, whatever you want to call it. So just keep in mind that the reason this is happening is because the blow-off valve is now routed to a true vacuum source. So this means that it's harder to get the blow-off valve to vent. So I have the 50/50 dual port Turbosmart blow-off valve. So if the blow-off valve is closed when you let off the throttle, the air only has one place to go, and that's through the cold air intake, through the head of it. And so it has to travel back through the turbo, through the turbines, and that back pressure gets chopped up by the spinning of that turbine, and that's why you get the flutter. It's the chopping of the air that goes back through, that exits the intake, which is why I took the intake cover, the intake box off, so you can really hear it. So hopefully this is picking it up, because it is quite loud. So it does flutter under, obviously under no boost. Every single time I let off the throttle, there is flutter, which makes sense. So I don't know if you can hear that, but that was pretty quiet. But even under low boost, there is some compressor surge, which gives us flutter. So I've been driving with the True Vacuum setup for about a week and a half at this point, almost 2 weeks I think. And I've kind of learned when it flutters and it doesn't. So under low boost it still flutters, which after doing a lot of reading and research on it, I believe that it's okay. But also keep in mind that I'm just a person that makes YouTube videos about the Focus ST, and you shouldn't take my advice literally. You shouldn't listen to me. I'm just a person on the internet. So always do your own research and due diligence and whatnot. However, I will give you my opinions on it. So under low boost, we still do get some turbo flutter, which through my own research is okay, especially under low boost. It's when you have medium to high boost, and if you're still getting that compressor surge, that's when things get bad. So that should not be happening. So let's get some high boost pulls right here, and you'll be able to hear the blow-off valve going off nice and crisp. So as you can see, during those pulls I was over 15 psi in the boost, and I didn't hear any surge, any flutter. I only heard the blow-off valve going off, which is how it should be. So if you do this setup and you really get on the gas like that, so 15 psi plus, and you're still hearing a bunch of flutter and surge, then you need to check your hoses and make sure you don't have any boost leaks or anything wrong with it, because that is not good if you're getting compressor surge with a high boost. That's definitely not good. This person turning. Yeah, so when you're in low boost, so I consider low boost probably 7 psi and under, so it's about a quarter of the gauge. 7 and under, I'm usually getting like half and half. So I'm getting some compressor surge and some blow off valve venting, which through all the reading, that kind of seems like the normal thing to be happening. So far, I'm really enjoying it. The sound is pretty freaking cool. So you really get a lot of the flutter when you're just driving through residential neighborhoods, just because you're under that no boost and very low boost whenever you let off the throttle, which is really cool. And you also get quite a bit of flutter when you're in 5th and 6th gear and you're low RPM and you let off the throttle, you'll hear the flutter go off. Because again, you're under very low boost or no boost when you let off the throttle. Alright, so again, do your own research if you want to do this setup, if you're afraid of what this setup will do to your engine or your turbo. I have a great video that I will put down in the description that covers what compressor surge does to an engine and what it does to your turbo. Yeah, I'll link that down below. I believe it's like a 4-minute video, very informative, very science-based. I definitely learned a couple things watching that, which was very interesting. It's really confused. This guy's walking in the middle of the road. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. So maybe I'll just drive in some like mid-level boost, just so you guys can hear what that sounds like again. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for this video. I'll probably make a part 2 to the turbo flutter sounds. Probably gonna put the camera outside and drive by it so you can hear what the flutter sounds like from the outside. Yeah, other than that, I hope you found this informative. If you want to do this true vacuum setup or not, just again, just make sure you do your own research. If you're worried about what this setup will do to your turbo or your engine. Yeah, so till next time, guys, I appreciate everyone watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.